What's the word, Faith family? Hope everything is going well with y'all. So I'm bringing this course to you as a beginner course, pretty much in understanding stocks, presented by me, Rod Bermudez, aka Big B. So I'm gonna start off with this disclaimer first.
This is not financial advice. This is simply Rod sharing his knowledge based on his personal experiences. Nothing in this video should be taken as fact until you do your own research. So don't play yourself.
I don't know who mama that is, she tripping, but let's get right into it. So we're gonna begin with a brief history on stocks, stock market fundamentals, and when to apply that knowledge. So what exactly is a stock? A stock is simply ownership in a company. So if we buy stocks, we are actually buying ownership of companies we love. When you hear someone say that they have shares of a company, it simply means that the company is sharing ownership, which allows us to make money if the company performs well. So ultimately, stocks and shares mean the same thing, ownership. Stocks are also one of the 6 major asset classes in the wealth system. The others are futures, forex, options, real estate, and crypto. What do they all have in common? Investors will buy into all of these assets at a very low price, usually 50 to 90% off, hold them until it gains value, and then they sell them at 100% or more. The process is simple, rinse and repeat. Alright, so let's do some digging and go back and see when all of this began. It started with this. That's right, slavery. So, in America, slave was one of the first things to be traded as a commodity in 1848. And then in 1870, the New York Cotton Exchange was established. And who picked the cotton? But what's crazy about it all is that our financial trauma started pretty early, because we always were the type to educate ourselves and tried our best to educate ourselves. But the more we knew, the more we paid in blood. And we paid so much in blood to the point where we no longer cared to gain that knowledge. So what are the facts? We look amazing. I mean, look at us. We glow. But the sad truth is, most of us have no ownership of anything, and that's the problem. And honestly, in most cases, we're still used as an asset while we are creating liabilities for ourselves, buying things that we don't really need.
You talking too much. So how do I fix this?
Whose auntie is this?
Bro, why is you always yelling? Alright, Karen would never. But anyway, I digress. Let's get into it. First, you'll need to open up a brokerage account.
What's a brokerage account?
I got you. A brokerage account is simply an account that gives you access to the stock market to buy and sell ownership of different companies. But you want to make sure that the brokerage is FDIC insured. This means that all of your deposits will be secured by the government, in most cases up to $350,000 if anything were to happen to the brokerage. And these are some examples of some brokerages that you can use. Now, if you have kids under 18 and you want to put them on game early, Cash App is a good way to get them starting to build great habits.
Oh, I love me some Cash App.
I bet. But please keep in mind that Cash App is not FDIC insured. Also, it does not give you ownership of stocks. All it gives you is exposure to the prices. So as the price rises and falls, the amount you have invested will react to that exposure. If you prefer FDIC insured accounts for your kids, then the more appropriate account would be a 529 plan or a custodial account.
Get to the point. What should I invest in so I can make some money to buy me a Birkin?
A therapist. It's crazy. You born angry? Man. Proceed. So all you have to do is look around you. What are some things that you love? When you look outside, what's one thing that you see everybody walking around with?
An iPhone? Duh.
And that's a fact. Ain't nobody really rocking with Green Bowl gang like that.
Don't do that.
So iPhone is definitely something people are messing with. Now, other things that people may buy or love to use every day. You got your Jordans, your Louis Vuitton, and Instagram. So you got people on their iPhone wearing their Jordans, got their bag, and they're all flexing it on IG. But they don't have any ownership. So now we can basically change the way we flex and actually own these companies. So what are some things that we can't live without? If you think about it, You might take it for granted, but it's literally stuff that we need to use every single day. So some of those things may include your water, your energy, your oil, and waste disposal. So we take a lot of that stuff for granted, but it's something that if we were to go missing without any one of these, it would literally jam us up for the whole day. So these would be considered really smart investments because since we all need these things, these basically present a steady source of income. So regardless of what's going on, these things continuously have to be paid for. So honestly, investing is that simple. It's not complicated at all. If you love a product, that means other people more than likely love it too, which will cause the company to grow. When the company grows, your account grows too. In a steady economy where money is flowing, or in times where stimulus money is being given, more people will want to buy products they love. Simple. Now, if it's a product that you can't live without, you can bet that there are also other people out there that have the same need. The beauty of this is that in a poor economy, these products will still be purchased no matter what, because it is a necessity. The more people that need it, the steadier your investment will be long term.
Okay, that's cool. So, how do I know when it's a good time to buy stocks?
Now, this is an easy answer. Now, check this out, because anytime companies are on sale, that's when you want to buy. If you look right here on the left, we're all familiar with Black Friday. It's one of our favorite times where we can get things at a discount, and pretty much we go crazy. We stand in long lines and we make sure that we get what we want. Sometimes you get 11 TVs for a 2-bedroom apartment. We just go crazy. On the right hand side, you basically see Apple's stock chart, and it's pretty much showing that it's down about 50%. So pretty much it's at a discount. So why wouldn't you buy a product that you love at a discount? So essentially, when you look at these two things, it's literally the same strategy.
What are some hints that'll let me know when to buy?
I got you. So this is what I call the good hood indicators. So pretty much you want to buy when you see war, a rise in crime, and a rise in poverty. So generally when money is tight, tensions are at an all-time high. So that's when you have your war, violence starts to reach an all-time high, and pretty much people start to struggle a lot more. So they're losing their homes, losing their jobs, and that's when you see a rise in poverty. But these are indicators because things are basically starting to get a lot cheaper because spending is starting to slow down because money is an issue. So things get cheaper. If you're holding on to cash, that actually presents opportunity for you as an investor. So that's something that we have to take advantage of. And that's the sad part. In chaos, you'll actually find massive opportunities. But if we want to keep it even more simple, if you hear grandma say,
"Child, it's a recession,"
then you might want to go shopping for some opportunities for real.
But what if it keeps going down after I buy it?
That's easy. You just buy more. I'm sure if you see a bag of hot Cheetos for $2, and if it says that buy 2 for $3, I'm pretty sure you're going to pick up that extra bag.
Yeah, you right.
I'm already knowing.
What are some hints that'll let me know when to sell my shares?
I'm going to keep it 100. This is the hard part, because when we're doing well, we don't want to sell. But when you start to see the government print more money and you start seeing stimulus checks given out, that's a good sign. When you go to salons and barbershops and you hear people talk about stocks that normally don't talk about it, that's a good sign. When you start see a lot of people flexing their money on social media and doing all kind of wild stuff on social media,
is that your son?
No, I just bought this baby cash.
that's a good sign. So these are all things that we want to pay attention to, because usually when you see a lot of money being pumped into the economy, a lot of reckless spending starts, and then the cycle pretty much starts over again.
Wow, now this is all starting to make sense. What's the most important thing to know about investing?
What I've learned through trial and error is that in order to be great, you must invest your time and your money into things that are already great. So to keep it simple, we should be looking at great companies. So pretty much what makes a company great? A company always starts with a great CEO, which is also a great leader. So a leader is simply somebody that leads from the front, somebody that motivates their crew, somebody that causes them to feel great about coming to work. And pretty much when you have that type of person in business, that creates the very next thing, which is a great employee. And pretty much when you have great employees, you have people that are looking to come to work early, stay late, and also they become creative and innovative. Now, when we talk about creativity and innovation, that's very important to have in a business, because pretty much that creates the very next thing, which is a great product. And when you have a great product, you basically have people that are also passionate about that product. They love what they're getting, and they can't wait until they get the next thing. Now, as long as the consumer is loving this product, the company can keep making profit off of this same product until they upgrade. But one thing they have to do is maintain that product. It leads us to our very next thing, which is great customer service. So the company has to have great customer service to keep the product at its optimum level so that people can always continue to love that product no matter what. And it has to be fast customer service, because you know how people do not like to wait.
That's a fact.
So for the most part, as long as his customer service is great and all the other details are in motion as far as great products, employees, and a great CEO, that leads us to our next thing, which is our competitive edge. And this can be a company's secret weapon because it basically allows them to be unique. So if somebody were to come and try to copy their idea, they would actually run out of money because it would cost them too much money just to make their product and copy their services. So that would be reckless. So that brings us to our next thing, which is a company must have a great balance sheet. So they cannot be reckless with their money. They have to use their money wisely to either acquire companies or make good investments to expand their business. So pretty much this is what we look for in a great company to basically make money off of it. So we have to be wise with our investments as well as they are being wise with their money.
Oh, okay. I get it now. Sorry for yelling at you earlier.
I mean, technically there's still a little hot sauce in your voice. I mean, you a little rough, spicy. We gotta talk. If y'all made it this far, I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. When I spin back around, our next lesson, we will discuss the importance of dividends, short-term capital gains versus long-term capital gains, and what does it cost you to be free. So definitely look forward to tuning in so I can basically put you on some game, on some things that I learned over these years. So look forward to seeing y'all. Keep the faith. I'm out.